Like they were almost gonna amputate my foot. Like it was the beginning of the swooping, really bad. And I was laid up for 6 months. And daytime TV from 2 to 3, General Hospital. Luke and Laura was leading. Like I know everything about that show. Sonny, Brenda, like, I know everything.
And what about MASH?
MASH?
Okay. MASH was my turn too when I was in the hospital.
The TV show MASH? I was way behind on that one. I was a little bit
Maybe
older.
if you get hurt again.
Hey. Hey, are we rolling?
I just turned it on a little while ago.
All right. Well, we're rolling. So since we have the alliteration and the General Hospital reference, we have Luke and we have Laura and of course we have Jeffro over here. I'm not going to go into who these guys are. They'll tell you a little bit about who they are. But we're hanging out in the L&B booth. L&B is one of the greatest altimeter and altimeter supportive products out there with the audibles, right? Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
I think the best. We're just here today. We're showing off a couple new colored Vizos. We have the new Quattro, which is kind of the big way answer to the Optima 2. Has an extra high altitude beep, track guide. And then just more cool patterns.
I think Luke wants to show that one.
Show this one, Luke.
Yeah, I can see the jealousy in his face there holding that.
His name's on it.
Oh, well, that makes sense. That looks totally different. What's going on with that?
Basically, my name's Luke Akins. Over the last year, biggest thing I did was the Stratos project. We used the L&B product on that, specially designed for the deal. The altimeter went up to 120,000 feet on one rotation. So the top half, when he jumped out, the thing barely creeped along. And then it started at 6,000 from the base down. Really important for all of our stuff is that all the altimeters are the same from the 6 o'clock position on. So you just have to glance at it during an emergency. That scale stayed the same. So that was an interesting thing, and we got to use it. L&B supported us on that. Great product. This time around, they showed up and they brought some presents. I got a multi-cam altimeter, AltiTrack with a
very stealthy
face.
That's nice.
Black face, you never see that one. And I got it and I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. And then I was walking around a little bit later and I was like, holy heck, it has my name on it. So it's pretty cool. Customized personal AltiTrack altimeter. Again, the toughest, strongest, most dependable altimeter that we can come up with.
Cool. So Jeffro, what are you doing in the L&B booth?
Well, I just want to say I've got one of these too with my name on it.
They told me it was one of a kind.
No,
they said there were only one.
I got one too.
You can feel better about that.
Mads.
So I'm cool too.
So Jeff, what's the coolest thing you did this year so far?
This year, the coolest thing I've done?
Hung out with Luke.
Yeah, I hang out with Luke on a regular basis. I don't really know. I don't have an answer.
Jeffro's been doing a lot of base jumping. He's been opening up Arizona.
So not much use for you know, Optimas and Vizos base jumping, you know. I can tell you a little bit about some of the other stuff we got going on
here. I'll tell you what, before you do, you know, last time I interviewed you, you had your altimeter there on your arm just like you do right now. I got at least 24 emails from people going, is he just doing that to be cool? What's the altimeter doing right there? You want to tell people why you wear it there?
Why do I wear it here? Oh, this is just a really convenient spot to look at your altimeter in almost any position. So like you're flying your parachute, it's like right there, okay? You're belly flying, it's right there. You're flying head down, it's right there. You're sit flying, it's right there. Get the point?
It's the tightest right there.
It's awesome right there. And actually, I wear, this is like a double XL. So in the summertime, I like to wear.
Massive.
I like
got the big forearm there.
I like to wear it up on the forearm in the summertime, and then in the wintertime when I have a jumpsuit on and I got all that extra layers, it fits around all the extra layers, and it fits on the wrist. So
makes sense.
Yep. So that's my whole strategy.
So now we've had the comic relief. Tell us what's really happening in the booth. What else is going on new? I heard you said the Quattro. You said it's a big way, but what does that mean?
It means it has an extra high altitude beep, so you're just that much more altitude aware. You know what's going on around you.
So Quattro, that means you got 4 beeps now.
Yeah, there's still just 3 canopy beeps, but you get your 4th beep. So for all those super specialized break-offs, as well as a track guide between the 1st and 2nd.
Some people don't know what the track guide is. It's really cool. You got a break-off beep, you turn and start tracking. Instead of that long pause between beeps, especially if you start a break-off high, 8,000 to 9,000 feet, and you're breaking off, tracking away, it gives you a constant tone. Beep, 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 letting you know you're still doing good. And it just gives you that constant, so you don't have to break to check your altimeter. You know it's working, everything's going good. You're not tracking, waiting to stop. It keeps you heads up the whole way out.
So, Jeff, for a lot of people talk about don't need an audible. What do you think?
I think it should be kind of, I mean, almost mandatory.
Whoa, we don't like mandatory.
Yeah, we don't like to use that word mandatory because I don't like to be being told what to do. But no, I mean, I've been using audibles. I think since 13, 14 years now. I went through a phase where I didn't even have a visual altimeter for years. I just had 2 audibles for years and years and years, and just recently actually with the Viso and this awesome armband, I went back to wearing a visual altimeter, and I started using it again. The first probably like 500 jumps I made with a wrist mount or with the Viso, I hardly looked at it because I wasn't used to it.
Okay, for the people that are watching that don't know what a Viso is, what's a Viso?
It's basically a digital altimeter, visual altimeter. Like this is the Viso right here, and turning it on.
Our cameraman's having an ADD moment.
That's right.
And there it is. We're at 0 feet right now.
I get one more thing on the Quattro that's really cool, and audibles that I've used the most for is during the wingsuit jumping. The descent rate is so off from everything you do. So if I'm doing a whole bunch of different jumps, different say AFF, relative work, free fly, whatever, and then I throw my wingsuit on, your scale's all off.
Right.
And so I use that, and I set those beeps halfway down. I set one for like $6 grand, $4 grand, and I still have the bottom end beeps, but I like it to know, like, hey, sometimes you hear that beep, you're like, oh, it's time to go, and you really are only halfway through the skydive. So I found with the wingsuits and the extended free fall time, it also helps me lay out my pattern. I can fly out this way for 4,000 or 5,000 feet, turn right, go 90, and it gets me back where I need to be, and it works really good when I'm working with students and showing them what to do.
Does the Quattro have the different memory settings, so you can have one set up in memory 1, memory 2?
Still the 4 banks.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you got the 4 banks. I use that. I have one that's set up for AFF. I have one that's set up for me personally. I have one that's set up for if I'm teaching somebody and I need to give them my audible. It's set, it's set at the altitudes I want. I love that. It's a great feature. Viso's got a speaker port on it. Is it an audible? Can you hear it?
No, it's
I just noticed it's got a speaker port on it, and a lot of people ask about that and ask why.
well, you hear it beep when you turn it on.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was all that it's for.
That's about it. But no, there's no audible. There's no settings.
I think it's a lot because it's the same case. Save money for the consumers.
That's the answer I was looking for.
Cases,
yeah.
We use the same case on the Optima.
And it does make noises when you hit the buttons. So you know you're doing something. I mean, you turn it on, you can hear it.
Several users think it's not working, and that's why I want to get that out there. It's not an audible. So I see this. This is kind of a cool little chest mount deal. What's happening with this?
Just another take on having nice ways to wear your Viso.
It's made.
Throw it on your chest.
Yeah.
Throw it on.
Yeah. Jeffro uses it quite a bit, so I was gonna let him.
Yeah. There's just a demand for being able to wear your an altimeter while wingsuiting. So a lot of the wingsuits just come down far over your hands, and you can't wear anything on your hands. You really can't, or you could, but it'd be covered up by your wingsuit. You're not going to be able to see it.
We see a lot of problems with this. Cool. A lot of younger wingsuiters also kind of doing this thing right at deployment time, and they end up spinning a little bit. So I love this.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, you can have it right here. So
it's the instrument panel happen.
Keeps your heads up. You know where you're at.
And what's happening with this thing?
That was just, I got a Hero 3, GoPro Hero 3, and it came with this fancy remote. And the remote is really great on the Hero 3. I mean, you can see if your camera's on. You don't have to do this thing and say, hey, is my light on and all that stuff. You look at your remote and it's like, oh yeah, it's on. You know what setting your camera's on, all that fancy stuff. But you got this like remote in your hand. So I just thought one day in the plane I was sitting there checking out my Viso, seeing, oh, we're at 12,000 feet, okay, cool. And I thought, well, that would be awesome if I could just have that right here, like next to my Viso on the same armband. So called these guys up, told them, hey, let's make another mold. Let's make it for the remote, and there it is. So now you can have the remote on your arm, and you don't have to turn your camera on 5 minutes before exit to put your remote in your jumpsuit. You know, you can just have it and you're going to the door and you can just check what's going on.
Very cool. Laura, we're going to wrap up with you. I see different colors in the devices themselves. I see some different colors on the armbands. What colors are available? Are they only available for people like Luke and Jeffro?
Well, right now we just kind of are throwing them out here. You know, look good, fly good, and with so many colors, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do with the dealers. Do you guys know? Are we going to maybe provide a party pack to them?
The armbands, I believe you're going to be able to get those in different colors. The white casings on the Vizos and the Optima 2s are just for here at Symposium only. If you come up and offer, we're selling them just here. If you have a white one, everybody knows you got it here.
Very, very cool. All right, guys, is there anything else about new things or what's happening at L&B folks out there need to know about?
Same good customer service as always. Best in the industry.
Luke is word.
I got nothing, which is a surprise.
Awesome booth. I mean, just hang out.
Look at people lounging.
Yeah.
We got the lounge crew.
No kidding, you guys.
Roberta's working hard as usual.
Yeah, I can see her just kind of hanging there. So if you don't know about L&B customer service, all you got to do is just ask anybody. L&B is #1 company in the world when it comes to service. If you have an L&B product, your dealer will be able to take care of you with it. L&B turns stuff right around when they need to. They're better than Nordstrom's, and everybody knows Nordstrom's rap.
It's unbelievable. And if you have Optima 1 with the case, the back that slides open, now you send that in, $100, you get a brand new Optima 2, you're ready to go. It doesn't even have to be damaged.
Wow, outstanding.
Pull-up cords too.
Tough styling. Guys, thanks a lot for taking a few minutes with you, and we'll see the rest of you down the aisle here.
Thanks a lot.